Yes, we're back in the Renault Kadjar. Same colour, but different motor, different gearbox. The reason why we're revisiting this one is because of that gearbox. You see, the Kadjar wasn't available with an automatic option previously, but it is now. And you can get it with two different engine options. You can get their EDC dual clutch gearbox on the very tried and tested 1.5 litre DCI motor, or the one that we're driving here, which is the TCE 1.2 litre 4-cylinder turbocharged petrol. Now, to recap, this motor makes 96 kilowatts and 205 newton meters of torque. It's not too bad. It's going to return about 5.5 litres per 100. On the combined cycle, the diesel's going to be a little more fuel efficient at 4.7. Of course, these are claimed figures. Real world is a little bit different. But we're not here for the motors, we're here for the gearbox. And the gearbox is, for all intents and purposes, pretty good. And we always maintain that a good automatic gearbox is the one that you don't notice. Sadly, you do notice this one. It does have a few shortcomings. The most glaring one is just the pull away. Sometimes when you're on a bit of an incline and you want to pull away, we'll roll back for a fraction of a second. But once you're on the move, all of that is forgotten, and it's actually a very, very good drive. I tell you what, the drive from this vehicle is wonderful. I do feel that the 1.2 litre motor is a better combination with this gearbox than the 1.5. The 1.5 may make a little more torque, but it's really smooth in this one, the 1.2 petrol. It is a small motor, it's not making too much power, but it's more than sufficient for what you want to do in and around town. It's in that traffic that you feel the slight delay on the pull away. It's not only the incline starts, and that's the thing. When you're buying an automatic, you're buying it because you spend a lot of your time in traffic. It's not to say that it's actually an inconvenience, it just takes a little bit of getting used to, that's all. The drive itself is very, very quiet and very, very comfortable. And you'll do highway speeds and even a little higher if you need to overtake with comfortable ease, hardly noticing the gearbox. Sure, it does give you the manual option, but once again, that's not really necessary. Set it in auto, forget it, and you will be happiest. The rest of the package is, well, the same well-rounded, well-bolted together package that you're going to get in any one of the other Kadjars. Of course, the underpinnings, in case you didn't know, are from the Nissan Qashqai, so that adds a little bit of credibility to proceedings. The interior is very, very well equipped. In the Dynamique model that we're driving here, we are leather trimmed, and the plastics all feel generally very, very good. The layout and design is, well, a little bit French, but pretty easy to get used to. Like I said, it's wonderfully quiet in here, and you've also got all the comfort and convenience that you could want. So we've got digital dual zone climate control. I've got adaptive cruise control and a speed limiter. I've got lane departure warning and a reverse camera with park distance control. It really, really is well-rounded and very, very convenient. And then there's the techie side of things, which is the 7-inch screen that sits in front of you and the 7-inch screen down there. Yep, two screens. Now, the center one in the binnacle is actually going to give you your gauges, but you can customize this not only for colors, but also for design and typeface, which lends a nice personal touch to your proceedings and to your daily drive. Choose what you want to see and what you want to display. The multifunction steering wheel allows you to scroll through the usual things like odometer, trip meter, even tire pressure monitor. The center 7-inch screen, well, that's giving you a host of infotainment options. You've naturally got all your sort of connectivity, so you've got auxiliary and USB input, you've got Bluetooth connectivity, and this one has the trump card of being bundled with navigation as standard. And it's a pretty decent navigation system as well. It is touchscreen, and you've got a few control buttons here, and of course you can use the steering wheel or Renault's little audio control pod that rests behind the steering wheel. Haven't quite wrapped my head around that one just yet, but Renault owners will be quite accustomed to that. The exterior is nice and stylish. It really does look good. It is a Qashqai wearing a French dress, so there's a little bit of fashion and flair. We roll on beautiful alloy wheels here, and they really don't make the ride too hard. It's a very, very spacious, well-equipped, well-bolted together car, and the addition of the EDC gearbox just makes it a sure win. The Renault brand as a whole is known to be quite safe, so the Kadjar is no different and has got a full 5 stars in the Euro NCAP crash tests. You've got the usual plethora of airbags all over, as well as ISOFIX at the rear for the kid seats. So there's a little bit of peace of mind. Peace of mind is something that extends a little bit further because, as I mentioned, this is of course based on a Nissan Qashqai, so mechanically it really shouldn't go wrong. The Renault Kadjar is a very pleasant vehicle. I could easily put one in my garage, but you have to consider the competition. If you go for the Nissan Qashqai in an auto, you're only going to get it with a CVT gearbox, and to be honest, that's not all it's cracked up to be. You do have the likes of the Jeep Compass, but that's getting a bit long in the tooth. The real threat here comes from the Hyundai Tucson and of course the brand new VW Tiguan. This Renault Kadjar 96 kilowatt TCE dynamic auto with its EDC gearbox will set you back 399,900 Rand. But with that, you're going to get a 5-year 150,000 kilometer warranty and a 5-year 90,000 kilometer service plan. So that's a little bit of peace of mind. But being based on the Qashqai, I don't see any reason why it would go wrong.